Hello, everyone. So I decided to do a deeper dive into Blake Lively's parents' businesses and their career history after I made my video about Blake Lively's parents' seemingly unexplained wealth that did not seem to match up to their jobs that they had when Blake Lively was growing up, but she grew up very affluent. So I think I found some pretty big red flags with what was uncovered here. Let's talk about it. First of all, Elaine Lively, who is Blake Lively's mother, had registered a business called LA Entertainment Incorporated in Florida in 2000, despite the fact that the family was in California during that time. Now, this is strange because most states require foreign entity registration, and I don't see evidence that this company was registered in California as would have been proper, I believe. So that's pretty odd. And remember that Florida is known for no state taxes, as well as lenient corporate oversight and strong asset protection laws. So it can be a popular choice for hiding money or avoiding scrutiny potentially. Not saying that that's what they were trying to do, but it's an interesting choice. And the area where the business was registered is apparently associated with quiet wealth, golf communities, and shell company activity. So that's pretty strange to me. And I also found that there were numerous companies under Blake Lively's parents' names: LA Entertainment, Lively Arts Entertainment, and Simon Says Productions, for instance. And some of these were dissolved or suspended by the Franchise Tax Board, which can be signs of potential non-compliance, debt issues, or even strategies to abandon or restart LLCs for asset separation. There could have been efforts to shuffle income across entities here, or use dissolutions to maybe avoid taxes, scrutiny. We're not sure. It's really interesting to see this. I also wanted to point out that the address on file for Ernie's business was a mailbox store, which can be totally fine, but that is sometimes a red flag. And I also wanted to point out the fact, this was kind of weird to me. So Elaine Lively was working with Lonnie Lively, who is her daughter-in-law. She was married to Jason Lively. I'm not sure that they're still together, from what I could tell. But Lonnie is apparently working in Utah. And apparently she and Jason live in Utah. So it's kind of strange that Lonnie Lively would have been an officer of her business, Elaine's business, when she didn't even live in Florida or California. And there are family businesses that are totally above board, but just to be clear, some family businesses are used to funnel money internally potentially or avoid external oversight. And we're not exactly sure what's going on here, but I do think it's very strange that someone located in Utah would have been an officer of the company. And the next thing I wanted to talk about was that since Lonnie is located in Utah, which is also not a major entertainment hub, there are certain implications, and Utah is apparently a popular location for asset hiding, especially through LLCs or trusts, from what I'm seeing. And I'm also curious if Lonnie was maybe listed on paper to maybe try to create some kind of separation between the company and more visible family members, because that can potentially be a strategy as well. And I'm also curious if there are things like personal trust, land holdings, or undisclosed LLCs registered in Utah that are associated with the family. I haven't found those yet, although I didn't do a super deep dive yet. This is kind of the first level. But I do find this whole thing really interesting. Also, I thought I would maybe mention the people who were named as officers in these companies. So for Ernie Lively's company, David Harshman and William Deere are named. And I found some results for people who are entertainment affiliated. But one of these names, I think it was David Harshman. I think he might have also been a PI. There were a lot of David Harshmans, by the way. But I was wondering which one it was. And then, let's see, Stan Lipton was the other person who was listed on some of Elaine Lively's businesses besides Lonnie, of course, Elaine. And there were multiple results for Stan. There were Stans in California and Florida, so I'm not sure which Stan it was. But what do you guys all think of this? I